it's not that somebody in my ancestry suffered, and because they suffered at the hands of somebody else, if you're a descendant of that somebody else, you deserve the retribution. It's like, well, not only have I suffered as a result of that historical injustice, but you've benefited from it. So it's not by virtue of you being part of the ancestry that caused the harm in the past. It's by virtue of you now benefiting from that, right? That's the argument I hear. How would you respond to that version?
But well, there are so many things. One problem in this whole thing is, like, who's going to do the accounting on this? Like, seriously, who are the accountants of this?
I mean, people are trying.
Oh yeah, the people who are trying are the people who also want to be the beneficiaries. Not entirely coincidental, this. I mean, what if we agreed, for instance, that we should draw up a list of suffering people in history and find a way to compensate people for it?
Yeah.
We might find, for instance, that at the top of the list of races that have suffered are the Jews. Do we do some massive house-to-house money taking and give it to the Jews? I mean, I just... Where on earth would this end? You know,
well, presumably it would end after that if we managed to actually account for everything. Because, of course, like...
How about another... I mean, if you wanted... here's one that would easily follow that.
Yeah.
My forebears did more to fight for this country and its liberties than your forebears. Therefore, I deserve more of the liberty.
Wow.
Okay, people could do that.
They could.
They could easily do that.
But they wouldn't, because that would be silly, right? But
well, it's all silly at some point because we're looking at history as some kind of bank that where deposits have been put that are being kept from us.
Yeah. And
that at some point in our lifetimes we can pull the lever, ka-ching.
And the interest rates are pretty high.
And I, as I say, if you start this game...
Yeah. What's the end?
I just think a reasonable attitude towards history, among other things, would help us to have a more reasonable attitude towards the present. But the whole thing is being interpreted in this extraordinary zero-sum, highly retributive way.